All right. You are Lawrence Bazil. Good morning, Mr. Bazil. So I see here you've picked up 2 new cases. You've picked up a violation of a protective order or bond condition. You've also picked up a burglar of a habitation. It's alleged that on November 26th of this year, you've picked up these cases. I have no idea what's happened with these cases. Your lawyer's here with you. She's on Zoom. Please don't say anything at this point. I just want to find out what's going on because I don't know. So we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Witness stated on August 29th, 2024, he and his girlfriend, the complainant, were home when the defendant appeared at the front of the property and told the witness that he wanted to kill him or kick his ass.
Okay, hold on. You're going way too fast. So who's at the home?
So the witness and the complainant are dating.
Got
And
it.
the defendant appeared at the front of the complainant's house.
Okay.
Told the witness that he wanted to kill him or kick his ass. The
Okay.
defendant proceeded to walk towards the front door of the house and enter the home without consent. The defendant then grabbed some keys from inside the house. The witness ran outside of the home and the defendant chased after him. The defendant began to hit the witness several times with fists. The defendant then snatched the witness's cell phone and ran out of the house. Complaining witness has an active 5-year protective order against the defendant that was issued on 12/6/23.
So that 5-year protective order is against the witness.
The complainant. Yeah.
Okay, it's a
So the
complainant.
complainant is the girlfriend, and that's the VPO. And then there's also the bird house, but I mean, it's the same complainant.
The complaint is my
Stop. Don't, please.
Hold on, Mr. Bazil.
I mean, really, just now's not the time. There will be a time, now's not it. So what problem did you have with anything, Ms. Oko? Or did you have?
So, yes, Judge. So he was arrested on a VPO on the 30th. The
30th
complainant
of,
August. On the 30th of August for a VPO violation. So for them, for it's a bit, shall I say, unfair for him to be rearrested on a VPO for the day prior to the day he was arrested for the same VPO.
Well,
But he spent 2 weeks in jail.
no,
on it.
but they're different, right? So read me if you don't mind, the VPO on 8/31.
Yes, Judge. So on 8/30, an officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call at the listed address in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness had an active protective order stating the defendant could not be within 200 feet of her residence. On that day, defendant was walking on the sidewalk in front of her house, which is less than 50 feet away from the residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant had a picture of the defendant on the sidewalk across the street from her residence within the 50 feet. Listen to the protective order.
So, and that was on August 31st, 30th. This new case that we have here now, this is from November.
It was filed in November, but it occurred on the 29th. So it's just
Okay,
a late
hold on.
filing. That's kind of the confusion.
I see.
And on the 30th, Judge, the complainant actually went up to the
Okay,
police
so
station.
here's the, I don't understand what really, I mean, okay, so here's what it looks like. The first VPO that we have here was for the August 30th case. So what it essentially looks like is we have 2 VPOs happening one day and then another one happening the next day. But it looks like I don't understand why,
It's
but
different filing officers. So, I mean, in the first VPO that he was convicted in, the officer filed it the day after. He filed it on the 31st. For some reason, they sat on it until 11/26.
hey, guys. Your camera. Yeah. So this new case happened 8/29 versus the one that he pled to in September happened on 8/30. So
He
this is
pled
like
to-
what she's saying, it's a late filing and it happened the day before that other VPO. You know what I mean?
So I'm reading the DIMS and it actually, so the mom went the next day to the police station to complain about yesterday. That's what I'm reading on the DIMS. She goes to the police station and she says, hey, he's been to my house. He went to my house yesterday and now he's on the crosswalk. So essentially they, on both of the DIMS, they're adding 2 of these days on the same thing, on the same DIM. So she's complaining 20th and the 30th.
We have a 911 call from the incident on the 30th, and it says the officers were dispatched to the house. So I don't believe it was a walk-in report.
I'm literally looking at it and it says that
I'm
she came
also-
to 1200. The complainant appeared at the Houston Police Department Family Violence Unit located at 1200 Travis, and she stated that her son stated the defendant was her son.
Yeah,
I'm reading it.
that's my mother.
Don't,
Mr.
please.
Bazil, hold
Have
on.
someone on your
That's for the
behalf.
most recent VPO. I'm talking about the original VPO. There's a 911 officers were dispatched. The one on the 30th.
That's what I'm saying. On August 30th, 2024, the complainant appeared at the HPD on 1200 Travis, and she complained about yesterday, the 29th event and the today's event. I don't know if there's a today event, but
So, okay, it may be so, but they're 2 separate offenses, right? Maybe she's complaining about it at the time. She's complaining about 2 different things, right? Because they're happening in successive order. But I guess technically to the filing, and there's still 2 separate incidents that occur. Are you saying you're saying it should just be
So,
one VPO and not 2?
I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Yes, she made a walk-in, officers were originally dispatched. She made a walk-in report and she told the officers that the defendant went over to her home wanting to fight her boyfriend. The complainant stated the defendant left when he found out her boyfriend was not home at the time. That's the VPO, or that's the violation that happened that he pled to, I believe. And then the defendant returned to the home to try to fight the boyfriend. That's when the burglary and the second VPO happened. So these are 2 separate trips to the house. It's just the filing's messed up.
You need to talk to your lawyer and then she can.
no,
So-
I'll explain to you, Mr. Bezel. Don't worry about it. So essentially, there are 2 different days, even though they happened the one day after the other. She complained the second day about both of those incidences. That's when the officers went to the house to arrest Mr. Bazil, which I think is confusing because if she's complaining about him coming to the house the next day and they go and arrest him that same day, then it's essentially both VPOs should have been filed at that time. I
mean, I think I need
Once
to
again-
call the officer. I'm not prepared to make any, decisions on these cases
Why
right
don't
now.
we do this? Let's roll it to tomorrow. Are you okay with that?
Yes, Judge. I
This
mean,
gives-
Mr. Bazil, he's here on the Burghab anyway, which he has not made bond on, so he's still here.
Well, that's true. So you've got the open felony case regardless. So let's do this. We can roll you to tomorrow. This gives you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Hoko. She can do the research she needs to do. It gives more time also to your lawyer to do any other research that she needs to do, and then we can get together tomorrow. And don't. I know you have to understand that anything you say, they're going to use it against you. I know that you're trying to help, and I've seen so many instances where someone tries and they think that they're helping themselves, and then they end up admitting something they shouldn't say, and it helps makes the case. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have you put you back and back. I'll have Ms. Oko reach out to you. You guys powwow. We'll bring you back tomorrow, and then we'll see what. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna have her call back over there right now, so you guys can talk. Okay. Yeah. I know that you're itching to talk to her, and we're gonna get you right now. 2 minutes. There will be. We will be. That's what we're here for. We're not here to play. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're the
I'll
best,
come
Ms.
tomorrow
Oko.
morning. Yes, Judge. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, we're approaching on that protective order.
You're Stephen Bonito. Mr. Bonito, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
4/29/2024 in Harris County, Texas, officers observed a vehicle run a red light and they attempted a traffic stop. The vehicle evaded for 0.59 miles, speeding 63 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone before crashing into a tree. The driver detained the defendant got detained and was sent to Woodland Memorial Hermann Hospital for his injuries. Officers recovered a bag from the vehicle containing a firearm. So he ran a red light, they attempted a traffic stop, he evaded for 0.59 miles, and then they found a firearm on him.
Where was it?
Tumble.
Don't say anything.
He was traveling southbound in the 29800 block.
No. I mean, like, where was the gun? I guess, yeah. No, it's a company of felony. Mr. Bonito, I'm gonna find that the probable cause is I'm gonna find probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
He was inside the center console.
You're 17. What do you do for a living, sir?
Not work. Company.
Are you in high school?
Online school. Online school.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm enrolled in online school.
Okay, I'm sending you for a drug test. And I don't want you to smoke weed. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to have any weapons. Do you understand? Do you have a Texas driver license? You're not allowed to drive. You will be signing a promise with me today, Mr. Bonito. I want you to understand that I take it extremely serious. You are only 17 and you're starting your life out now. You have an open third-degree felony. You're looking at up to 10 years in prison. This is not a good way to start life, man. Really. You have your whole life ahead of you, and I'm going to tell you, you end up in prison, it's a veritable nightmare. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that you go on the up and up. I want you to stay in school. That's also a condition of your bond. Do you understand? I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm giving you a curfew as well. I'll give you a lawyer today, but we're going to work hard and fast to make sure that you go on the up and up. You understand? No more weapons and no driving. Who are you here with today? How'd you get here? Okay, don't drive. I'm not asking much.
It was in the center console. I just need to review the report.
Okay. This is an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me. And if I find that you drive, and I'm telling you, I don't care what your reason is, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. The problem with driving without insurance, Mr. Bonito, is that if you get into an accident, and let's say you kill someone in that accident, who do you think they're going to come after? Right. No, not after you. They're going to come after the deep pockets, which are probably mom and pop. You don't want that to happen. You understand? Come on. So let's send him for a drug test.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good to see you, Judge.
You too.
I'm here on Mr. Bonito, Benito. Young man got appointed in this case this morning. And he's present here in the courtroom.
Okay.
A couple things, just a little bit by way of background. The state and I have talked about what I think may be some issues in the case. I think as far as a bond condition, he was sent over for testing. I think this is his first appearance here. My understanding is the results of the testing came back positive for marijuana. I've talked to him about the importance of not having that issue moving forward. So we're aware of it and we'll address that. I talked to the state about what I think is a legal issue that exists in the case. I don't know that it exists from a probable cause standpoint at this moment, because I don't know that the officers had enough in the way of developed facts. The interesting issue is our chapter 4602 statute about unlawful carrying of a weapon does not apply to a person who is traveling under the code. And, but I think that requires some factual development that was not within the officer's purview at that time. So I won't belabor the court with all those details.
Okay.
He's got the felony charge that's still pending. But we're aware and will not have.
And I think it's five, did you say it's 5/10 of a mile for the evading?
It's about a half mile. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was something like 5/10. You said something like that. All right, Mr. Bonito, we're not asking much. Don't use marijuana. I'm telling you now, you will be tested in 45 days. If you continue to use, what happens?
You understand, Judge?
You understand? Okay, I'm not asking much. Stay in school. Try to be the best person you can. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't drive because you don't have a license, and don't use marijuana. That's it. Were there co-defendants in this case?
No, that I see.
Okay,
Judge, I just put it together. 5/10 is a half a mile. But my math is slow.
they
so-
say 5.
0.59 miles, half mile, a little over half mile.
Ay, ay. Okay, be good. It's not hard. Okay,
Yes, Judge.
all right, kids.
Thank you.
Have fun. You've now picked up a third case. You now stand charged with failure to identify oneself. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On December 5th, 2024, officer initiated a traffic stop on defendant's vehicle for failure to display a front plate while he was driving in the 5900 block of Mercer Street in Harris County, Texas. Officer made contact with the occupants and detected an odor of marijuana emitting from the driver's side window. All 3 occupants were detained for a PC search. The defendant provided the name of Kendrick Johnson with a date of birth of 8/30/2006, which returned with nothing. Officer used a mobile AFIS device and found defendant's real name to be Jamarcus Jones with the date of birth of 8/30/06.
I ordered you as a condition of your bond, and you promised me when you got here last time that you would not drive. Stop. Did you say that he was a driver here? Stop. Don't say anything. I don't want you, don't. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I was under the impression, Rosette, that he's driving here. Is he not?
There were 3 occupants in the car, Judge. I'm trying to see if they clarified. He was a passenger. He was the front passenger, Judge.
Okay, so tell me, let's do a deeper dive.
Sorry?
Let's do a deeper dive. So they pull him over. He's the passenger.
There was an odor of marijuana detected.
So what happened next?
So they detained all 3 occupants for
Okay.
a probable cause search.
All
The
right.
driver was identified by his driver's license, and the front seat passenger, which is the defendant, provided the name of Kendrick Johnson. And a mobile AFIS revealed that that wasn't his true name. And so he was charged with failure to ID.
Do we have any co-defendants in this case?
Yes, John Burns.
Okay. So what's the cause number on that?
On that one?
Yeah.
It's 25-417-01. That's in court 15.
Okay, is there a third co-defendant as well? Okay. Mr. Jones, I'm glad that you're not driving. Regardless, you've picked up a new case. I don't know what we're going to do, but normally when you pick up a new case while you're on bond, we revoke the bond on the old case. So, I mean, it goes with you. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. We'll figure out how we go forward. But for now, I'm going to take you in. I'm going to appoint your lawyer. We'll see how we go forward. But you're supposed to behave yourself while you're on bond. You've now picked up a third case. You first have a felony theft. You got a second case, and now you've picked up a third case. It goes with you. Can you please, one number one? Good morning, Mr. Venable.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Venable, you're charged with 2 counts of assault. One is of a family member. On both of those, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, Ms.
On January 21st of 2024 in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to an AFM call. Officer met with the complainant. The complainant and the defendant have been dating for 5 months. The complainant and the defendant were arguing. The defendant pushed the complainant to the ground, causing her to scrape her right arm. While the complainant was still on the floor, the defendant stepped on her neck. Officer noted.
Stepped on her neck.
Yes, Judge. Officer noted redness on the complainant's arm and neck.
You know if it impeded breathing?
No, Judge. I don't, I can't, let me check. It wasn't charged as an impeding breath, so.
Well, I know it wasn't charged, but is it?
The DIMS don't say that she had any trouble breathing, but I'll look at the offense report, Judge.
And here's the other thing. The first assault is from October of 23. The second assault is from January of this year. And now we have a felony evading arrest on December 10th.
Yes, Judge.
Were these 2 Bs? Was he out on bond for these? Vic, do you know?
It looks like. No,
So
it
this is
looks-
Venable, who's now picked up a 3rd case. He had 2 misdemeanors, one's from 23, one's from 24. Did we ever do PC or had he ever been on bond
No, Judge, it was just a non-arrival.
for the whole time? All right.
Judge, it doesn't say that she had trouble breathing. It just says that it caused her pain.
Okay, can you do probable cause? So that's the family member, right?
That's the AFM.
Okay,
Judge.
can you do the first case? Because I don't think we've done probable cause on that one now.
This is the AFM from January 21st. Oh, the ABI, the one before.
Yeah, the one before.
On 9/29/2023, officers were dispatched. On arrival, officers spoke with the witness, the complainant's wife, who said that the defendant assaulted the complainant by slapping him in the face because the complainant's dog killed the defendant's girlfriend's cat. Then officers spoke with the complainant, who said he had invited the defendant into his residence to discuss the situation when the defendant said she should knock the shit out of him. And the next thing complainant knew, the defendant had struck him across the left side of his face with his hand, causing pain.
Mr. Venable, I want you to understand one thing, that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. And if that means I have to make your bond extremely high, taking you into custody, kicking and screaming, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand?
Sure.
I'm ordering you as a condition. I'm going to find probable cause on both of your cases, and I'm ordering you not to have any contact with either of the people in this case.
Sure.
There's a protective order that has been issued in the family case. I would get to know it. Don't say anything. You will get the opportunity. Now is not that time. I'm telling you what the expectation is while these cases are open, and what the expectation is for you to be able to live in this free world. Because if you don't abide by these expectations, I'm going to take the free world away from you. You are not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. You're also not to have contact with either of these people, not to be in possession of any weapons, and abide by the conditions of the protective order. If you violate those conditions of the protective order, the state can file a 4th case, a violation of a protective order. If they do, that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up, and you violate those conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at 0 bond. 0 bond, and I'll do it in a heartbeat to protect every person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
I do, but it's,
So you do not have a Texas driver license. I am now ordering you also as a condition of your bond not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising you that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care where you got to go. You violate this, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car.
an Ubering to and from, so.
Don't. There's nothing you can say to justify. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you what the expectation is.
Yes, Your Honor.
We are now going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So for now, I'm going to have you come up here, sign this order, promising us you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria where we will have you sign a reset for you to go get a lawyer. You will meet with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Sir,
The one in there that has contact.
Got it. Okay. So Rosette, the order in the one that's signed by the magistrate is allowing contact, but I'm going to issue one now so that he can have contact. Okay, just so that you know.
But also, I don't see a motor body assault bodily injury case.
Well, it's because it's not a family member case. That's why. You can only do one on the family member cases. All right, that way.